Hi, my name is Rick Schnabel, and one thing I want to talk about today is the power of no. Why? Because I like to wake people up. I don't know about you, but when I'm awake, I can tend to do more than when I'm asleep. The truth of the matter is most of the population out there on the streets, I'm not talking about you, of course, I'm talking about most of the population out in the streets are asleep. They're unconscious. They're not even aware of the behaviors, the patterns, the limitations, the things that are holding them back on a day-to-day basis. So let's just look at the power of no. You, once upon a time, as a child, you learnt too the power of no. And the power of no would have been translated in this particular way. You went to do something, you went to pick up something, maybe Nana's most beautiful vase, or it might have been something that was there that there was a fear of it possibly breaking, and you went to reach for it and you heard the word no! And so what you did is you recoiled and you went back. Now what you did is you may have had another attempt at that, because innately within us is the power of yes. And we believe we can do things, but you went back towards the vase or whatever else you were doing and you heard the word no and you stopped again. So what you began is you may have created a pattern called a negative inhibitive habit pattern. It's a pattern that stops people from moving forward. But what if you began to realize how that could have held you back through the rest of your life? See, the thing is that, of course, that wasn't the only thing you were told no. And eventually you translated that and you began to realize that there was some power in no. Have you ever seen children around the age of 3 to 5? They learn the word no and they say it with regularity. Well, they begin to realize that no can create some incredible reactions. Think of a child that actually is asked to do something and says to its parents, no. All of a sudden you begin to see their faces change and the child begins to realize that there's some power in the word no. Now that gets translated through their lives and it moves to, instead of it being no, it moves to I can't. So we move from I can to I can't. And so what happens is we move towards something and we simply say, in our unconscious minds, we say I can't, I can't, I can't, I can't. Someone hands you an opportunity to make $1 million or do really well in your financial future and you say, I can't. Someone gives you an opportunity to all of a sudden partner up in a really magical and loving and wonderful way and you say, I can't. Someone says that here's a promotion to move you to the next level and you say, I can't. Now the truth is we don't say that verbally, but we say that unconsciously. And we begin to realize that the word I can't, or the phrase I can't, or the word no, actually stops us from doing a lot of things in our lives. Here's an example of that. There was a study, did you know, once upon a time, where they realized that no's had an impact directly on your salary. Here's an example of that. If you can tolerate one no a month, every 30 days you can at least tolerate just one no. Congratulations, you're probably earning something of around $30,000 a year. How would you like to give yourself a pay increase? Okay, if you could tolerate 4, that is 1 no a week. 4 no's a day takes you much further, but just 1 no a week, that is 4 no's in a month, will elevate you from $30,000 to around $60,000 to $100,000 a year. That's a pretty good pay increase if you think about it. Now, who'd like to become a multi-millionaire? Well, here's one way you can do that. Go out to get as many no's as you can. Get 50 no's a day. If you can get 50 no's a day in your field of expertise, you won't only earn $100,000 a year, but you'll be well on track to becoming a multi-millionaire. So what I would really encourage you to do is go collect the no's. Go find as many no's as you can. Ask for permission to do this, to do that, to get this, to get that, to move from here, to move from there. Get as many no's as you can, and within a period of time you will become to realize that you have made a mark on life. You will become the person who is unstoppable, the person that is unreachable, and you will climb the mountains that were previously unclimbable. Choose no. Choose no. And when you choose no, you will realize that you are turning your whole world around. Do it today. Choose no.